Howdy y'all, Fast Force 289, welcome back. In this video, we'll be working on my 1976 Ford truck, and we're going to be installing some new marker lights from Dennis Carpenter that I picked up. I'm replacing the front two because they're cracked and leaking water. So let's take a look at the parts and see what we got. Okay, so these are the parts that we got right here. This is the new marker lights here. Very great product, as usual, by Dennis Carpenter. Have no complaints. Now, he has two different styles. Now, I paid extra for these, just because I'm picky like this, and does it really make a difference? Probably not. But this is their exact original fit Ford, I guess stamping or Ford die, whatever you want to call it, Ford replacement, exact like reproduction. But he does have another one that's not exact. I'll show you the difference. So I paid extra for these part numbers here. The SAE AP2 73 TK. And it has the Ford script here, just like the originals. Whereas the other style he has is just plain with the amber. Now, clearly, you can't really see this stuff. You can't just see it just by walking by. That's why I said paying extra for this probably doesn't really matter. But when it comes to this truck, I'm so picky on things. I'm picky on all my vehicles, but I'm so picky when it comes to certain details that I wanted to pay extra for the original Ford script because I'll see it. When I'm up close, washing it or whatever, I'll see it, and I just like knowing that it's there. So, but the other ones he has, they look great. They just don't have the part number in the script, but they look pretty much like this from the picture. Now, I don't know what they look like in person. I'm sure they're just as good, but I wanted to pay extra. I think they were $23 a piece, I think, for these. So, or the other ones were a little bit cheaper, like maybe $15. But so there's that. Here's the part number on that if you want it. And it doesn't matter. They're both the same for driver or passenger. You just turn it whichever way you want it for driver or passenger side. This is the gaskets that I ordered because I ordered 4 gaskets. The reason why I'm replacing the front two is my passenger side one was cracked and leaking water in there, shorting the bulb out. So I want to go and replace both front ones. The back ones still look good, but I do want to upgrade and replace the gaskets on all 4. So there's the foam gasket. They're just foam, and there's the part number on that, if you want that. All right, so if we take a look here, you can see here what I mean. This is the original one here. You say you got the Ford script right here, and then you come over here and you got that same part number, which you probably can't see. These are so old now. You probably can't, yeah, you can kind of see it. And that's the only difference, but you can see how these are all cracked up. This one here is cracked and cracked on top, and I think it's just kind of separating, and water will build up in here and short that bulb out and corrode the plug. I've already had to clean it and replace the bulb once, so I'm going to go ahead and just replace the whole lens. It'll make it look new again and keep it from leaking. On the driver's side, we have pretty much the same thing. Now, this one does look a little bit better than the passenger side, and this one does not leak water yet. But, and really, in all honesty, I probably should have replaced all 4. But I figured I'd just do these for now because these are the ones that are causing me any trouble. I've never had a problem out of the back ones. So, but yeah, we're going to replace that one as well. So when we walk around here to the back, you can see, like, I don't know why. There's a little bit of moisture built up on it from the dew outside, and they have the same Ford script on there, but these look brand new still, so that's why I didn't bother buying these. Okay, so if yours is all original, what it's supposed to be is 2 Phillips head screws. That's all that holds these in. And then it'll pull straight out. And see, you got your plug here. You just twist this about a quarter turn or so, and it pulls straight out. And then here's our old, well, what's left of it, gasket. Most of the gasket's gone. This is really all we got left. So, and then the rest of it is here on this, and you can see how the gasket is just, I mean, it's no good anymore. So I want to show you something that I didn't even know. I just learned something new myself on these trucks. So apparently, Ford glued these gaskets in, but they didn't glue them in all the way for some reason. Now, it might be because the gaskets, and these are very good units from Dennis Carpenter. I mean, these things fit like a glove. But you can see how tight they fit around here, but they're open around here in this perimeter, so they can kind of flop around and move around a little bit. Whereas over here, not so much. They fit around this piece here where the bulb is held in, and it just sits there. So maybe they didn't glue it here because of that, but up here, you can see how it lifts up and flops around. So they put a little bit of glue to hold it down. So I'm gonna do the same thing. And all they did, back then, this is common, they took and used weather strip adhesive for a lot of things. Anytime it dealt with a rubber seal or gasket on anything or plastic. So why not do it like factory? And we'll put some yellow snot 3M weather strip adhesive. That's pretty much what this stuff is, like yellow snot whenever you're trying to apply it. I actually got a little carried away on this side. That's probably too much, but this is the cool thing about replacing original parts. You get a really good understanding and idea how Ford did it back in the day. Like I said, I never knew they glued these. I thought they just sat there, but it makes sense why they would glue them, especially on the assembly line when you're just trying to throw these things together really quick. So, and the good thing about having this is it will help seal it as well to the base. So keep everything in place, help seal it. And yeah, so we're gonna let this sit here and tack up for a second, and then we'll install it. And if you look here, this is the driver's side, and the same exact thing, they glued it. You know, they never glued these ends though. That's why these are always stuck to the fender. And this is original. You can see the part number stamped in here. So yeah, they definitely glued the front one, the front part of these seals. So. Also, I forgot to note that it doesn't matter which way these go. You can install these either way. They're not directional as far as which side goes which side. So I'm going to get this one glued up so it can be set. And you want these to set about in 5-10 minutes, depending on the temperature outside. If it's a little colder, you want to set a little bit longer. So yeah, it's kind of cold out here right now. So I'm going to just put this on here, let them set about 5 to 10 minutes, let them tack up good. This one's probably already good to go. But do that, and then we'll come back and install it. Okay, so we got to clean all this dirt and stuff out of here from where the old gasket was sitting. And all I use is I just get me a microfiber towel with a little bit of window cleaner. Spray it on there, and then just wipe it off. All right, so one thing I've noticed about these lenses, these new ones, is it seems like the plastic's just a little bit thicker, so you may have to get a pair of pliers to twist these and lock them into place, because I believe these are so old, but they're supposed to give. Like this little flange around here is supposed to, like, I guess, flex a little bit and create a seal, but they're so old and kind of, you know, tough now that they don't really want to give so much. But just like so. Good and tight. And they fit like a glove. And then just for these, it's only plastic. You don't want to over tighten them, you just snug them. But you do want to collapse that gasket some so it'll seal. There we go. Now I'll give you an up close look at it. Reflects that light really well. All right, now I'll give you a look at what it looks like with the marker light actually turned on. See how it looks. One thing you'll notice too is I forgot to touch on, you see these incandescent bulbs, and I keep incandescent in this truck. I don't really want to go to LED in this truck, but the bulb did get hot, and after a while, I don't know how well you can see it, but the plastic will start to give in from all the heat, and it'll concave a little bit. Whereas on like these new bulbs, or these new lenses, I mean, they're not like that. They're nice and flat. So that's another reason to change them after a while also. And that's probably why I'm going to just wait to do the back ones. I'll order some new ones for that too. Alrighty guys, well that's all there is for this one. I decided not to do the back ones because once I started looking at them, they're not in bad shape or anything. But I got to thinking about it, to remove those old gaskets and clean the glue off and not harm the plastic as old as it is, it would be kind of challenging, and then I might go through all that work and they're going to break anyway. So I think what I'll do is I'll just order some new back ones in the future, new lenses, and then I'll have the I'll just save those gaskets I got. I'll already have them, so because they don't come with the lens, you got to order them separate. So I'll order two of the rear ones later, and then I'll already have the gaskets for it, and I'll just install them, and then all four will be new. But you know, for now, I wanted to get this one here done, especially because this one here is the one that really was causing me problems. I cleaned it a couple times in the past, and then it would leak again, and then the bulb would get corroded, and then it wouldn't work. So, you know, with that, it creates a problem, and that plastic, it just gets old, you know, and brittle after a while. So, but anyway, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. If you got any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them in the drop box down below, and I'll get back to you as always. So, that's all for this one. So, until next time, take care.